right, so this #1 welterweight contender has found his way back to a title fight. A lot of people didn't think he would get there, and he's made a career of proving doubters wrong.
You know, he carries a chip on his shoulder. You tell this man that he can't do something.
Right.
He will make it a point to get that done. He said from the moment he walked out the octagon last time and didn't win the belt, that I will be back. Many smirked at him. Many laughed. But his inner circle believed that it was only a matter of time before their guy got another chance, and when he got here, he would get the job done.
Now, some would argue he wasn't ready the first time around. I think that's probably a little bit too simplistic, but there's no denying. He has rounded out his game, he has evolved, he's maximized the developmental time, and a lot of people believe we will have a new champion by night's end. All right, here's the Armenian Arman Tsarukyan, a lightweight that many believe will one day be wearing UFC gold around his waist. The winning streak is in tow, and the strength of schedule has just been fantastic, really dating to the Islam Makhachev fight back in 2019. At times, perhaps Tsarukyan has been a victim of expectation, but largely he has lived up to what was some appreciable hype when he signed with the UFC back in 2019. He has inched his way towards contention. He's a guy that some have called the boogeyman of lightweight division, a guy that a lot of people don't want to fight. Eventually, you gotta fight him. We'll see if he can rise to the occasion here tonight. Well, so much UFC history has played out here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Plenty more where that came from tonight. The athletes are ready to go. Our tale of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. All right, to get us started now, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Michael Morales. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending UFC welterweight champion of the world, Arman Tsarukyan.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
You ready? Good.
All right, let us get to the early round action here, and a lot of people believe that Arman Tsarukyan eventually will be a UFC champion. Had a main event with Mateusz Gamrot that did not go his way, but he's back on the horse, still believes that he will be a force to be reckoned with in this division, and as far as this matchup is concerned, doesn't really see a whole lot of holes in his opponent's game, so we'll see how he chooses to attack. Good early sign for the boxer as he is able to stuff the first takedown attempt. You were somewhat critical of his takedown defense in his last fight. Seems to have shored some things up.
It shows that in training camp, they went and addressed that real issue that he had in his game. To this point, him defending from such a well-balanced fighter shows his improvements.
Finds a home for that left hook. Downstairs. Just over 3 minutes here to go round 1. Right on the button. Single collar tie now. And now they... Oh! Huge right hand! Oh! And that one certainly found the target. All right, so an opportunity
held up. But you do not want to be on the receiving end of those types of strikes.
Massive left hand.
Good right hand. Wow, both of them are landing massive shots.
Oh, he is hurting for certain. And how much more can he take? Oh, he's got his back.
Great job finding his shots from the top position.
Another ground and pound strike gets home.
Now he's got good body position, yup.
Working from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Tsarukyan. 10 seconds now in round one. Grounded him and pounded him. Nice job. Round two is next. All right, so the round is over, but not before damage was done. Cut on the cheek, sustained in that round. Cut man in there quickly as usual to try to seal it up. Well, he had a lot more than a puncher's chance coming in. Big knockdown for him in the previous round. DC, talk us through the highlight.
He got in his opponent's face, landed that big punch that put his opponent flat on his back. He couldn't get the finish, but if he lands one more time just like that, he will get the victory.
Ready to fight? Ready.
Round two underway. Lead kick landed there by Tsarukyan.
Oh. Big right hook there by the champ.
How's his opponent still standing?
I mean, I have no idea. This fight is supposed to be over. And it might not be over now, but it's going to be over very soon. Oh, nice kick.
Bleeding from his cheek now.
Nice. Oh, that goal. Too bad. Oh. This is a great fight.
Well, he's... Oh, big left hook there. Still plenty of time to go here, round two. Also, the taller fighter lands a knee yet again. Well, his corner was pretty urgent after round one. A little bit lackluster there in that opening round. He has certainly picked up the pace here, and as a result, he has taken control of this second round. Well, no feeling out process tonight. Both fighters invoking damage on the other.
Yes, we knew this would be very competitive. We knew that this was a tough fight. We knew that both guys would be very evenly matched in this fight. But we didn't expect to see this type of war between these two guys.
All right, so now we start to see some visible damage in the form of swelling as the ground and pound strikes continue to land. Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Tsarukyan.
Oh, he's got to be careful there, yep.
Oh, his ground and pound is on full display here tonight. Nice movement to avoid some of those strikes from the top. Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing.
Especially if you're just running the guy over, Jonathan, he just gets up.
Continuing to work out of the half guard. ...20 seconds left to go in round two.
Great job landing from the top position.
Oh, another huge ground strike landed by him there. How much more can one man take? What a fight so far. All right, so that's the end of the round. Potential adversity here. He's got a cut on his cheek sustained from that strike in the round. Now the focus becomes maximizing these 60 seconds, shutting that cut and preventing it from becoming a major factor here moving forward. All right, so let us now check out some of the action in that round, DC. There was a whole lot of it, including a stunner upstairs that nearly closed the show.
It was a lot of action. It was back and forth action, but the big moment was that big strike to the head that landed, that put him on wobbly legs and in survival mode. Luckily, he made it to the end of that round.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. Oh, he landed another great shot to the body there, really starting to connect at a high percentage now in the latter stages of this fight.
Oh, nice.
Tsarukyan's eye now closing up. He's rocked.
That was a beautiful hook. It landed perfectly, and it hurt his opponent very bad.
Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue. Well, watch for him to set up that hook again here. Overhand right, swing and a miss. Nice uppercut. Man, look at the redness starting to appear on the left side of his body. His opponent would be wise to continue to attack there. Understood. Right there, the central blow of the fight.
I mean, it was perfect. It was absolutely perfect, John. Great placement on that uppercut. Big right hand. Oh!
That'll do it!
Oh, my goodness!
Well, that smile on his face is only going to be surpassed by the zeros on the check. A huge knockout tonight. Gotta think some bonus money's coming his way.
Bonus money is coming his way. When you knock somebody stiff like this, you expect a bonus check. What a phenomenal performance by this young man.
All right, let's get to the official decision. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean's called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 18 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner by knockout and new undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Michael.
And new UFC welterweight champion. Those words sound good. He's going to enjoy watching this one back. There's a new king at 170 pounds.
There is nothing better than hearing "and new." It's almost like the weight has been lifted off of your shoulders. The journey is complete. You are now the UFC champion.